stripped us of our culture. You've stripped us of our language. You've stripped us of our God, our religion, our background. You've cut off our roots, all ties that we once had with our own kind in the East. And after stripping us of our roots and destroying us as a people, making us become dead as a people, mentally and otherwise, then you point the finger of scorn at us and tell the world that we're not ready for freedom, that we're not qualified for freedom. He referred to this crisis that America is facing as Armageddon because of the nuclear-tipped missiles that are poised all over the earth. The Negro has no fallout shelters. And white people who have them, you won't even let Negroes in white neighborhoods during peacetime. How will he get in your fallout shelter during wartime? We're not relying on fallout shelter. We're not relying on air raid shelter. As I said earlier, we're relying on God.
According to our own Defense Department documents and officials, North Korea is capable of hitting any American city, state in the blink of an eye with nuclear-tipped and armed ICBMs. Now, I go back to this, I mentioned this a lot because, again, we had a false flag warning in Hawaii not too long ago where the U.S. government sent emergency SMS text messages to every American in the state of Hawaii warning of an imminent potential nuclear strike. But then they said it was just an accident, as if that is to be believed. Now, of course, North Korea is a proxy of China. It's one of the reasons why our intelligence department, in my opinion, intelligence departments downplay how powerful North Korea truly is because, of course, North Korea is backed by China, the number 2, soon to be, many economists argue, the number 1 economy in the world. A very, very powerful nation. This to me is a very big warning for the American people. This is when the Federal Reserve was established. This is when income tax was established. This is when they do things quietly, when Americans aren't paying attention and they're asleep. Now, meanwhile, Vladimir Putin of Russia is leading the world in hypersonic weaponry. Of course, I've reported on this for some time, but he said this on Tuesday that Russia has got a strong edge in designing new weapons and that it has become the only country in the world to deploy hypersonic weapons. He backed this up not just with his words, but by revealing for the first time an unstoppable 7,000 mile per hour hypersonic Zircon missile. This undetectable high-speed Russian missile can now be launched from land, sea, or air and travel at quite an extraordinary 7,000 miles per hour. Now, I can only surmise, I've talked about this for some time, this is the reason for the declaration and establishment of a new branch of the U.S. military called the Space Force.
Space Force.
But why are UFOs here? And what do they want?
These niggas are really crazy now. They're talking about UFOs? Right. These niggas is really bugged out of their mind. Right. No, but that's how your Howard Shah gonna come back with the chariots. Right? Acts chapter 1, verse 9 through 11. The brother just read it. They said the same way he left, he's gonna come back the same way.
Right. But ever since the first atomic bomb test on July 16th, 1945, in Alamogordo, New Mexico, UFOs have been appearing in alarming numbers over top-secret nuclear weapons facilities.
Contain, beings who are, maybe like us.
There is one image that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark, black.
Black skin.
Really black.
And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. And he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Isaiah 63. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine-vat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth.
And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Hawking says that if extraterrestrials visit us, the outcome might be similar to when Columbus landed in America. In other words, it didn't turn out too well for Native Americans.
And the mechanism that will be used during this destruction and salvation. Independence Day, the day the earth stood still, the knowing. Hollywood has had plenty of depictions showing you the alien invasion or UFOs. Today's UFOs are yesterday's chariots coming for to carry us home. Isaiah 26 and 20 tells us, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut the doors behind thee. Hide thyself were for a little moment until the indignation pass over." Just like in the days of Noah, that's how Jesus is coming back with UFOs. Or chariots, shut the door behind you, just like the ark, shut the doors behind you. All the wicked and the proud are going to die, and you're going to be saved if you keep the commandments and live, otherwise die. Revelations 11 and 12 tells us, and they heard a great voice in heaven saying, come up hither. And they ascended up. We're getting delivered. They're going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, which is the second death. Shalom Israel. What you're seeing on the screen is my Watch It Again #B2G playlist on my YouTube, Set Apart Music. Please check it out, put it on shuffle, play, and enjoy. You have any questions or concerns, please get at me on my IG, Set Apart X. The beginning is near, Israel. Shalom.